Good, good Wednesday afternoon for an evening time if you're in the Atlantic side. The folks you saw Lee was a tropical storm. Now it's a Cat 1 hurricane. Has maximum sustained winds of 65 knots or 75 miles. Maximum sustained pressure is in the pressure of 991 millibars. It's moved to west northwest at 14 knots. Here are the key messages. Lee's focus is at 5 p.m. to become a major hurricane by early Saturday and could bring impacts to the northern New Isles this weekend. While it is too soon to determine the location and magnitude of these past impacts, it is in this area some monitor progress of Lee and further updates to the forecast. That's for the. Let me see at the early times. Basically the same as last time. It's a probability. Exact tracks. Even though the quarters will stay away from it, these areas will see some gusty winds, some surfs. Will impact? Well, the impacts will be lots of waves, especially here. Lots waves. Some gusty winds, not wide bands. Even the most is going to stay to the north. But the biggest thing is waves. There may be some wind bands that brings gusts up to tropical storm gusts. But the biggest concern is, the biggest point for is most likely is the waves, as the core is going to stay to the northward. See, Puerto Rico is under 5 to 10% of seeing tropical force. And look, that's very small. Earlier, so it was at least at 30%. Now went down because the center of it's moving north. Shifted. See, 50 knots, barely affecting land. So there'll be some rain bands coming. There is a rain bands over here. Some gusty winds. 2 tropics and force gusts. And some life-threatening waves, large waves. But the biggest fight for now is large waves, especially for this Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and far northern Leeward Islands. Here's the focus discussion. See, it's going to be. This is the focus discussion. This is the focus advisory. Saying calling this to be up to maintain the Cat 4 intensity, but then starts slowly weaken. See, slowly weaken after that. Here's a discussion. Lee has to continue to quickly organize today. No surprise. As you see in the radar, as you see in a satellite in a bit. Convective banding, especially over the eastern semicircle of the storm, has increased since this morning, 11 a.m. The center is embedded within a small central rigged eye in visual imagery. Although subjective Dorvik intensity estimates from SAB and TAB are still T3.5 at 5 knots with a tropical storm, and most subjective estimates are slightly below hurricane strength, like 65 to 70 miles. But the initial intensity has been increased to 65 knots, 70 miles, based on the continued improvement of this afternoon, and the presence of a mid-level eye in a recent CMS microwave outpass. You'll see it late in a bit. Lee had become a 4th hurricane of this season. 4th hurricane. And it's still September, a 4th hurricane already. Recent satellite fixes suggest that Lee took a northwards jog this afternoon. Like I said, you'll see us in the infrared imagery later. However, the longer term motion is still west-northwestward at about 12 knots, so a bit slower. In middle of it, located to the north of the Lee, is a continued pseudo cyclone on a west-northwest route heading for the weekend. Near the end of the focus period, day 45, Lee will be approaching at the western periphery of the waves, and the focus motion in the cyclone is likely to slow at the time. You see why in a bit, in topic tidbits in a bit. The dynamical model lines continues to indicate that the core of Lee will pass to the north of the new lines. But even in the worst north of Lee lines, new lines could see some impacts from Lee. However, the interest in those islands shouldn't continue to monitor the Lee's focus as a typical 30 NC track area is about 99 miles. The NC track envelope between the west and for the south 8 FIP, correct consensus model, and the TVCR multi-model consensus 8. The updated track focuses slightly north of the previous advisory, mainly due to the more northward in its position, and it is slower than the previous focus to be closer to the least consensus 8s. The light Marv east-northeast we see over Lee is focused to decrease tonight, and that along the warm temperature you see in a bit, and the moist atmosphere along the focus track. So allow for additional intensification. The small inner core seen in microphamocy, and favorable environment condition means moist air, less wind shear. A period of rapid strengthening is a distinct possibility within the next day or two. But, listen to this, but although the exact timing of any rapid strengthening is tricky to anticipate, the physical focus calls for a substantial 65 knots increase in strength for the next 3 days. This is similar to the previous focus, and it's near the upper end of the IO intensity lines, but later in the weekend, but like Sunday, hard to predict IO revision cycles could cause some fluctuation intensity. Again, here's the key messages. I know it's long, but you have to listen to this. Lee is focused to become a major hurricane by early Saturday and could bring impacts to the northern islands this weekend. While it is too soon to determine the location and magnitude of its past impacts, interest in this area is similar to the progress for Lee and further updates to the forecast. That's number one. Key message number two, swells sent by Lee are expected to reach portions of the lesson days tomorrow ahead of Lee. And the British and U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico this weekend, again, like I said, ahead of Lee. Even though Lee is far away, the waves start ahead of Lee. So it might be like a day or two before you see Lee flip currents condition beginning. From high waves, these swells are likely to cause life-threatening surf and rip current condition. It's in this condition that's now a Cat 1 hurricane, making it the fourth hurricane. Its focus has become a continuous strengthening, becoming at least a Cat 2 by tomorrow. Could be Cat tomorrow. Then a Cat 3 in 2 days, by like Saturday. Saturday. Then continues strengthening so it reaches 150. But notice the decrease in right here, wind speed right here. That's bad because of a IO replacement cycle. The reason why it's like 145 in 5 days doesn't mean the storm's weakening. It's because it's going to go. Because it's going to go. What do people call it? The IO replacement cycle, or sort EIC. EIC. You know what EIC means? That's the IO. That's R. Sorry, that's the R. Let's see. Sorry about it. Someone saying short name for eye replacement cycle. I'm trying to think of. Sorry, folks. Give me a moment. ERC. 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 Or eye replacement cycle. The short version is ERC. That's the short version of eye replacement cycle. If you don't know, reread this part again. But late in the weekend, hard to predict eye replacement cycles could cause some ups and downs intensity going, up and downs. So it may be going up and down, up and down, up and down, like it's on the European model. And much of animals see it strengthens and then weakens, strengthens, weakens, because I was like replacement cycle. How many replacement cycle will you encounter? We don't know yet. It's hard to predict. That's what it said. That's what it said. That's what it said. Hard to predict. Eye replacement cycle could cause some fluctuation in intensity, so it can go up or down. So if we go at tropical tidbits and check the current storm on Lee, and you can go back. It looks right now. But if I go back to 90 frames, go back to 90 frames. Give it a moment. Internet's kind of a bit slow for some of these. So here's looks like. So see is here. Wait. Oops. What did I do? You see here. This area right here is uncut. You see this area right here. That's because of there is some northeast we see of this colony system right here. Like Novi system wrapping in. As the storm moves. In this direction. That direction. Okay, so let's go back to. By the way, this is from Louis Cowie, by the way. Here's the latest Tennessee guidance. And look at that. All agreement saying north of the Leeward Islands. But there's some outliers that's for the south. But then it's starting to get less likely. But we see it's still too early. Here's intensity guidance. Ignore these two right here. Ignore these two. The 8 FBI. Yeah, and an 8 FAI. It says 8 FBI and 8 AI. Those two right here says to become a 2, but most likely it's gonna be his intensity right now. But if I made a forecast, oops, sorry about it. If I made a forecast, I use in blue. I'll be forecasting I'll be forecasting that's like that. The high end model. Right here. Basically what neither A and C's focus is saying. In C. I agree right here. That's how far I can go. This is right here. This is the highlight version. See, oh yeah, that's, you see how the highlight, that's my forecast. Some forecast may be lower than that, but I'm trying to be generous. I'm focusing, it could be a strong Cat 4. Will it reach Cat 5? No, it won't. So stop hyping and immediately saying, oh, people get ready, this is gonna be a Cat 5, at least it's gonna be a Cat 5, it's gonna be a Cat 5. If I, these two right here saying, oh no, it's gonna be a Cat 5, it's gonna be a Cat 5. No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Sorry. That's from, here's the latest EPS right now. See, calling this north of the land. See, but there's a couple of outlines saying going straight to Florida, but it's at least like snow now. It's going to stay out of sea. You see why? If you go to here, you go to ocean analysis. You see here. Let me just zoom in. This area right here. Excuse me for a second, folks. Let me zoom in for our area. There you go. Zoom in. At least over here. You see was ahead of it. It's very, very warm. Out ahead of it. And it's, oops, that happens. Sorry about that, folks. Yeah. Anyways, it focus strikes on here, but have you noticed this patch right here? Weaker patch. That's because due to Idalia and Franklin. That's a cooler water zone, so it might possibly, if it stays here, if it stays further south track, embassing here further south track and turns like that, it has more time on water. But if it takes one for the west track, like this track, you will encounter cooler paths, cooler paths over here. That's because there's the previous storm we had. This time, folks, I'm making this a longer video than last time, because there's a lot of information to talk about. Anyways, this is the latest Warner GFAS Pro Z. The US version is not ready yet. Let's go to the West Atlantics, closer here, and see what it looks like. Staying north. See, staying way north. I'm going up to 5 days. This is NEC goes. And he's calling this, that's a 930 millibar storm. See, 939 millibar. North of the lines. Some say, dude, you went up to 10 days before. Go up to 10 days again. Sorry, folks, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not trying to say, oh, this will hit you in 10 days. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to give you a bit of cap. 5 days. I'll give it up 7 days. Like 180 mark. Right here, this is where the icon stops. This is why I give you. I'm not going to get any further. Work trying to scare you. See, I'm going to go up to 180. Not going past that. because anything past that is so highly uncertain. You know what I mean? Highly uncertain. But since it's sitting towards this direction, like that direction, the immediately be affected by it. The effect right now it's not a threat to any lands. Right now there's no the threat level here is declining. Still some gusty winds, some heavy rains, some rip currents, waves. But the chance of you getting at least a hurricane is or tropical storm is now dwindling. It's now stays to the north as of now. You may get clipped by some wind bands. Clipped. That's about it. You can see in the late this European model. I'll also go up to 180 hours. Up to 180. So it is a 934 millibars. So if you see the 8B 4D, you see it's a 913 millibars. Like, but oh, look at this. With more bullets. 8. Look at the pressure, folks. Don't let this happen. Look at the pressure. 897. This is the 8's what B says. It's the most bullish model. Never seen anything like this before, folks. An 897 millibar storm on the 8 on the has B. That's the most bullish model. I mean, if you look back, see 915, 987, 902, see 911, 902, 915, 897. Now see before, and 897. The folks, it's possible, but it's not like it happened. It's the most bullish model. It's updated. It's up to 5 days. 3 to this is like literally 4.5 days, and this is called 897 milliwatts. It's the bullish model. Let's see. It's this model here. Is it also bullish or is it come or is it down? Come down. $909. Let's see. At the same time was the previously ones. 9 see 915, 920, 909. And look back over here, you can see the knots. 135 knots. See 132 knots, 137 knots. That's the bullish model. I'm carrying these two right now because those two are the most bullish model. I'm gonna do the 8th one. What did 8 man say? A 920 millibar. 920. With 134 knots right here. 134 knot winds. It's like easy cat 4 or cat 5. Cat 5 looks like 920. It's the 8th one. It's just exploding. See? Exploding rapid strain intensifies a major hurricane. See? Literally in just boom, 2 days becomes a major hurricane. Boom. It's a month. In just 2 days. Becomes a cat 2. Then a cat 3 and a cat 4. And you see it at the top. Flux. See it? Now we're going up and down, fluctuating. See the price right here? Dropping, but it's winds fluxing because the eyeball placement cycles will be happening. Like I said, would there be how many eyeball placement cycle you will count them? We don't know yet. So we look back to the focusing model. We go to North Atlantic. And check the humidity levels. Humidity levels. Humidity levels on this disturbance. No one's see the dry to the east of it, to the west of it gets eaten away because there's dry because the storm here. It's fending off since the storm's getting more and more healthy. It's starting to send the dry off the US. And it closes off. See, it closes off. And stays north of the area, north of blue lines. Don't focus on this one. This is don't focus on this one here. This one's out now. See, this is the biggest cause to worry about. This thing's gonna close off by 3 days. Close off. That's the defense is saying. What's the European model saying? Same story. Again, but this one closes up a bit earlier, closes up and starts strengthening. See, it's fluctuating, going up and down, up and down, up and down. But has to fight for a bunch of dry air. Dry air. See, dry air right here. And this is if I say dry air. It is. But it's minor. It's very minor. So, to end it off, this video, to close off this video, close off. Here's the physical forecast. Here's the physical forecast. The NEC. Physical forecast and NEC focus track. It's could be kind of amazing how you guys see it's Friday. To be Friday, but it could be as early as tomorrow afternoon, Thursday afternoon. Could be early. No, it's the same track. But no, it's the day 5. The common axis shifts with the slightly east. See? It's boom, expands slightly. But that's fun video. To then, this is a longer video today because it's more detailed. And I see you guys again tomorrow. Stay well, and have a nice day.